Hi there fellow guitarists, my name is Josh Rogers, welcome to MB Guitar. In this tutorial I'm going to be teaching you how to play the solo to November Rain by Guns N' Roses, and of course played by the amazing Slash. Before I start off showing you all the notes and stuff, just remember that Slash used to, and I think he still does, tune his guitar down a half step to E flat. So this is E flat, A flat, D flat, G flat, B flat, E flat. I know most of you out there probably don't do that, and actually I don't either. So how do we get around it? We just play everything one fret this way. So if you do tune your guitar down half step, you download my tabs and everything, just remember to shift everything along one. So if I say 7th fret, for you it's going to be 8th fret. If I say 10th fret, it's going to be 11th fret, and so on. The other thing, there's a lot of bends in this, and I've been getting so many comments about how do I do bends. You know, my fingers always hurt, and it's really hard for me, my wrist gets sore, and so on and so forth. The truth of the matter is, that's what happens. I've been playing guitar for a long time, and even I still get sore. It's just part of it. It's like going to the gym. Even if you go for years and years and years, you still get sore, and there's no way around it. There is like strength developing and stuff so that you can actually do these bends, but the reality of it is your fingers are going to get sore. The tips of your fingers are going to be sore. Your wrist might get sore. Your forearm's going to get sore because all of those muscles are actively involved. Just a couple of tips on bends. One of the best ways to help is to actually loop your thumb over the top and sort of get into it like that, like you're gripping like this. That can really, really help with the bend. That doesn't help so much if you're using your first finger, which you'll see that I do. That just comes down to how much I play. I play at least 40 hours a week. It's no kidding. I play at a gig 3 hours a night, and that's constant playing. In addition to that, I practice for at least 2 hours a day. So I'm getting at least 5 hours, and that's minimum every day, playing the guitar. So therefore I've got pretty strong fingers and calluses at the end of my fingertips and so on. Anyway, that's a couple of tips for bends. You just got to like get through it, you know, the best way that you can. I want to let you know that I have a great course for beginner players that are struggling with things like sore fingers, changing chords, lack of motivation, theory and music reading challenges, counting and staying in time with music, and much, much more. I've been through all that myself, and so have many of the thousands of students that I have taught personally in groups and online over the past 30 years as a teacher and performer. 30 years. Whew. I know what it's like to have sore fingers, miss notes, play a chord and wonder why it sounds as if your guitar is broken. The Essentials Primer for Beginners addresses all of those things and provides solid advice gathered from my years of playing, teaching, and sharing stages with many incredible musicians in New Zealand and around the world. With more than 180 professionally recorded video lessons, a course ebook, quizzes, and checklists to assess and challenge your progress, this course can get you serious results and transform the way you play and approach learning guitar and music. As you travel through the course, your character will level up from snivelling beginner underling to a shining golden exemplar that wields control over the basic fundamentals of guitar wizardry with impunity. Click the link here or in the description to access all of the first module's incredible lessons, quizzes, checklist, and coursebook absolutely free. Anyway, let's start this off. It begins with a bend at the 7th fret, and you don't really hear him bending this first note. It sounds like he's already there, but in my recording I bend it up. So I'm bending it up a tone, so it actually starts there, but you should bend to that pitch there. And you can hear it. So I'm doing that, and then I pick again. So that's called a bend release. Actually it's a pre-bend. Like that. And then I hit the 7th fret on the first string while I'm still holding this bent note. Then I hit it again and release. Then I do a pull off to the 5th fret on the B string. Then I do 2 quick bend and releases. Well, I don't release, so it's like a bend, release, bend. Then I do that pre-bend, release, bend. Then that 7th fret on the 1st string again while I'm holding this. Now I do that bend and release. Then to the 4th fret on the B string, and it's just a half step, so I'm going from here like that. If you slid it, it would, but it's then to the 7th fret again. So that 7th fret on the 1st string's coming in quite a few times, 3 times. And then there's a pre-bend, half step, like that. So it's pre-bend, release, bend, then release, and pick again. Then we've got this. That's a pull-off from 6 to 4 on the G string. Then a slide from 6 to 8 on the G string. Then 7th fret on the B string. And then a slide back from 8 to 6 on the G. And then to the 4th on the G. Yeah. Then you do the whole bendy thing again, exactly the same. Then you get to there, and you're going to have to do a big leap to this. That's 12th fret on the B string, and you're bending up a whole step. So you're going up to that. So that's a full step bend on the 14th fret of the B string. Alright. In the original, I'm pretty sure Slash would have actually started up here like this. But that's nearly impossible. Basically, it's impossible to do on an acoustic guitar. That's why I actually changed the fingering here, so you could use the thinner string and bend and get it to sound a bit more like the original. But if you can, you could do it here. But you can hear that I'm struggling with that. But if you did it, of course, it means you wouldn't have to do a big jump from here to there. But anyway, let's carry on. So you've just finished this bend on the 14th fret, and you release it. Sort of, it's not like a real release. It's just something he's letting it go so that he can do the next part. So we've got. So that's. I'm doing 12, and then a pull off from 14, 12 like that, and then to the 13th on the G, and then twice on the 12 on the B. And then we've got, that's a pull off from 17 to 16 on the B string, and then to 16 on the G string. So you do it twice. And then you're bending from 17, full step, and then back. Okay. Yeah, that's from 18 on the G, then 16, 17 on the B, and then a mordant or a quick hammer pull off from 16 to 17 back to 16, and then back to that 18th fret on the G string. And then you go back up. So that's 18 on the G, 16, 17, like, and then bend on that 17th fret on the B string. Then 17, 16 on the B. Then that's a bend from 16, half step up and then back. Like that. We just take it from here. There, it's kind of unclear if he actually hits the 19th fret, or if he does a half step bend. I think it could go either way, but the half step bend does sound quite nice. So that's bending from 18 up half step. And then we've got a series of slides like this. Like that. So pick twice, and then on the third time you pick, you do a slide. And then, so you pick once and then slide on the next pick. So you're sliding from 16 to 14. And then the same idea, from 14 to 12, from here. So there it's a slide again from 12 to 11. And then we've got, so you pick on 11, and hammer, pull off, from 12 to 11 to 12. And then back to that 12. That full phrase is, then that's same idea really. 11, 12, then 11, hammer to the 12, pull off to the 11, pull off to the 9, and to 12 on the B. From here. Then that's 11 on the first string, then back to 12 on the B string. Then 9, 11, pull off to 9 on the first string, and back to 12 on the B string. And then 11, 12 on the B string, then 11, 12, pull off, from 11 to 9. So there we've got 11 on the G, 11 on the B, 11 on the G, and then 9 on the B, 9 on the G. Okay, so we're there. That's a pull off from 11 to 9 and then a slide to 8. Then do it again, but do it quicker. And at the end of that one, play the 12th fret on the B string, and then you're going to do this, which is a hammer from 9 to 11 and a pull off from 11 to 9, like that. And then that slide from 9 to 8 on the G, then to 12 on the B. Let's just take it from here. On the last one though, you don't go to 12, you go so we're jumping up this full step on the B string and then to the 12th fret here.